In this video, we will show you how to replace your fuel rail pressure sensor. Let's get started. To remove the fuel pressure sensor, first, you have to make sure that you evacuate the pressure inside of your fuel system. Make your way over towards the passenger side of the engine compartment and remove this fuse cover. With the cover out of the way, you're going to have to remove this 20 amp fuel pump fuse. Give that a quick inspection. Set that aside. All right, now with the fuse out of there, make your way to the passenger compartment. Try to start the car. You'll find that it either starts up and then dies right out, or it just doesn't start at all. Once you've done that, make your way back out here. Once you're sure you've evacuated the pressure from inside the fuel system, reinstall your fuse and the fuse block cover. Make your way to your negative battery terminal with an 8mm wrench. We'll loosen up this mounting nut just enough that we can remove the terminal end from the battery. Set that aside so it's making no contact. Move along to removing the upper engine cover. In the corner along the back, you're going to find a screw that you can remove with a 1/4-inch drive. With the cover out of the way, let's continue on to the pressure sensor. You're going to find that you have an electrical connector you can press right along the top. Once you've done that, go ahead and slide this out of position. Give it a quick inspection for corrosion and set it aside. Up along the top, you're going to find that you have a hose that leads to this. Use a small prying device and carefully get that off of there. Give it a quick check to make sure it's still soft and pliable. Set that aside. Now we can start removing our two 8mm headed bolts that hold the sensor to the fuel rail. Keep in mind, there could potentially still be a little bit of pressure in the system. Remove the pressure sensor from the fuel rail. Let's wipe down the area. Give it a quick inspection. Now we can install our brand new pressure sensor. When you go to install this, make sure you have it in the proper orientation. You want to make sure that you have the electrical connector facing towards the passenger side of the vehicle. Let's slide this down and into position. Start in both of your mounting bolts and snug them up. Once they're snug, torque each of them to 44 inch-pounds. Continue on to your rubber hose. Slide this into position as far as you can. Make sure that's completely secured. Let's get that electrical connector attached to the sensor. Listen for a click, give it a tug to make sure that's secured. Now we can put on our engine cover. Along the top of your alternator, you'll find that you have a bracket with two tabs that protrude out. And on the top of the cover, you have two slots for them to fit into. Let's line those up. Line up your upper stud, put on your mounting bolt, and snug it up. Once the engine cover's on there, continue on to the negative battery terminal. We'll secure that to the battery. Okay friends, we fully installed our fuel rail pressure sensor. At this point, go ahead and start up the vehicle. You might notice that it hesitates to start. That's because we evacuated all the pressure inside the fuel system. Once it starts and runs okay, double check to make sure you don't have a fuel leak. Aside from that, take it for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.